Jazz and Suns right now on AT&T Sportsnet. 2 minutes in. Night before the NBA All-Star break, and Donovan looks like he's on target. Donovan works his way into the paint. Here's Favors, 17-footer straight away. Sweet shot. When he's on, no one's better at 6'10" with that mid-range jumper.
Bowler outside that shot by Payton. Bender had the only other shot make of the night. Now, that's the third make so far for Phoenix, so they're starting to get it going a little bit.
Donovan in a crowd, pumps up a jumper and rattles home two. That's 5 1/4 for the Rook. He had 40 last time we saw Phoenix. Cross-court pass, AB. Left-hand dribble in the paint. Denied, taken away by Josh Jackson. Oh, wrap around behind the back. Beautiful move.
Nice move. It's big-time talent. There's your 4th pick of the draft this year.
Neto, big turn. Inside, Favors. Floater, got the rim and in. Nice touch, Faves. 8-point quarter for Derek.
They're going to have to look at it.
Burks. Zarepko, there's that hustle again. The ball comes loose, but Phoenix picks up the rebound. Daniels. And a running bucket by Jackson, who's hurt the Jazz here with 9.
And I said this in the first quarter, when the Jazz aren't making shots, which hasn't been often in this win streak, it's allowing an athletic team like Phoenix to get up and down the court.
Tries to protect that baseline. They feed it out. Ulis for 3. Jackson skies the rebound, hooks it back up and in.
Well, you got Josh Jackson, a young player, and the Jazz building confident right now.
Donovan's out front, working with Gobert on the screen, launches this jumper and puts it down. Donovan's first 2 here in the quarter. He's got 7 in the half, and the Jazz retake the lead by 2. Josh Jackson with 11, make it 13 on that bucket off the window. Jackson, my goodness. Playing with confidence.
Wow.
Hammers home his 15th point and a timeout. Quinn Snyder wants to change up that defense. Stolen, picked up. Here comes Donovan. Throws it out to Joe. Up and in.
Confident.
Ingles with 13 and a half. Jazz have switched up their defense. They're forcing that outside shot now. And the 3 is good. Marquise.
And another 20-year-old.
Yep.
Chris. This is the second youngest roster.
Around and out. Derek with a rebound. Favors is just controlling the boards. How about 8 rebounds, 26 in all.
Are you serious?
And O'Neal just went up top.
Well, first of all, what a pass. And the finish by O'Neal.
Donovan, no looker, corner, 3, O'Neal. I'll tell you, this young man continues to impress. He hits a 3-ball right in front of the Jazz bench. Wide open. He gives just enough wiggle room for Donovan to hit the 3. Mitchell with 10 points. That's his second 3-pointer made, and the Jazz have hit 8 of 24. Look at that crossover. Reaching and throwing down the bucket. Donovan Mitchell.
That's the ridiculousness that we see out of Donovan Mitchell at time to time. You give it over to a player, and that could have been a time for an assistant coach to really learn how to be a head coach and say, hey, you take it now. And I would have no problem him giving the clipboard over to the assistant and say, hey, you take over. But that didn't happen. It was almost like you're clowning the system. And I don't think that's what you want to portray.
As Mitchell again drives inside. But you know what? It tells you maybe Kerr isn't as needed as much as you think. He's got to control the egos. I get that. As Phoenix goes back inside with a beautiful bucket by Josh Jackson. But yet they coach themselves, they win. But I'm with you on the other point too, and I'll put a lid on it. That's the disrespect I felt that he gave Phoenix. Burks turned it over. Payton, 3-on-1. Suns. Payton gets it back.
Good execution on the 3-on-1 break. You know, Payton's a guy, I said it before, it's a steal that they got at the deadline. To get a second-round pick for Elfrid Payton. Phoenix, job well done.
Jackson.
He's on tonight.
20 points for the rookie out of Kansas.
Yep, he's only missed 3 shots. He's made 2 threes, Bowler, and that's not his strength. He's only 26% from behind the arc.
Bounce inside, the bucket by Jackson. 1 away from tying his career high. Donovan on a step back. Oh, caught the rim, put it down, young man.
Footwork.
16 on 7 of 14 shooting, and the Jazz rip off 8 straight. 3, got it. Donovan from downtown.
Mr. Fourth quarter.
Big possession here with 3 minutes left. Donovan, one giant step inside and lays it home.
Wow.
2 minutes away from 11 consecutive wins. The cut, the bucket. Donovan to Crowder.
Good cut. Movement without the basketball. It's a second good cut by Crowder tonight.
Donovan turns and hits! You have got to be kidding!